It's Tuesday afternoon. I spent the day this morning. I went and got the welding gas filled. Didn't get much done today. Ended up helping another buddy put a motor in a car. So we're here pretty late. I went ahead and I got my regulator and stuff hooked back up and just checked to make sure water tank's sitting at. We're about 2,200 pounds on that. So got a good full bottle there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to finish welding this bar in. All four sides and motor mount tabs. And then from there, I may piddle around with, start tying this into the subframes down there. So let's follow along. We'll see what we can get into this afternoon. So be right back.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Alright, well I welded along here. This is a little too hot to touch at the current moment. So I'm going to finish running the bead down the front side here. As you noticed, I welded the brackets all the way in. Inside, outside, in between. And I did just spot weld this in certain places in the back. I did that for a reason. I'll go in here. Anywhere the motor mounts are, it's welded at least 4 or 5 inches on each side. And in between. So I'll go in here and I'll explain why after a while. But you can do it this way and it's more than strong enough. You don't have to run a bead all the way across. But I am on the front side. So that's where most of our pulling force will be against the whole assembly. So I'm going to let this cool down a little while. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to buzz this back in. And then I'll pop back in with an update. Alright, at this point about, I don't know, 10 minutes has passed by. I just kind of wire brush this and hit with flap disc a little bit. Just for them highs where I spot welded it before. Turned out pretty okay. It's good and strong. It'll be good and strong. Debating on coming in here with these gussets and putting them in here. Just for an extra little, peace of mind, I guess. Like I said, you can buy this pre-cut stuff usually at your local dirt track shop or whatever. Mayo Racing up here in Cleveland, Tennessee usually treats me pretty well. These are like $1 there, so I'm probably going to put them in the corners over there, and I'm going to get some more 1x1 tomorrow. I'm just going to X-brace this in right here and tie it together. That way it ties to the subframe connectors just like the down riggers. Just like the down legs over there tie into the subframe connectors. So I'm going to buzz these gussets in. I'll be right back. Well, I guess it's in. I come in here and wipe this down with some thinner. I'm not going to spray no primer on it because I'm going to weld on that bottom piece tomorrow. But get the gussets in on both sides over there. Like I said, the engine mount tabs are in. I've still got to put a piece of tube between them to keep them crushed when the motor mount's tightened up. But I'll run out in the morning and grab some 1x1 square tube. Like I said, we're going to X-brace this in to the subframe on the inner section here. We're going to come in like this, and we're going to come up with a leg to the center, right under the motor mounts. Should make a good strong assembly that way, even though it's going to add a little more weight. At least we saved some last night cutting that out, so this is further forward. It will kind of count in this area forward and back behind the wheels. Now, weight bias, like I said before, is super important, especially on a car that don't have a lot of overhang. These cars have nearly none on the front or the rear. So, that said, we still got a bunch of stuff to do. Just plug along at a little at a time with what we got. Unfortunately, there's no 1x1 that I can cut out of the parts car out there. Eventually, I'm going to have to get to making these sheet metal pieces that are going to go in here and back there. Still trying to say exactly how I want it to look back here. But ultimately, most of this is going to be boxed off. It may be cut for top of the engine cover. But I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about heat. What I'm going to do, I'm going to build a little scoop on the bottom subframe to duct air up. And that was part of cutting this out back here, so air can travel back out the back. Should work, might not. We'll come that road when we get there. But once again, sorry it's a little shorter video today. But if you like this low budget stuff, kind of working with what you got and doing with what you can, like, share, subscribe this, and hit that button down there. We'll see you tomorrow.